All right, Sully. Rookie minicamp is here. You have procured a list of 9 bold predictions for the NFL. We have to get through all of these. One segment. Begin.
Comes from NFL.com. 9 of them here. So let's get the first one going. Mike, Derek Carr will return to MVP form this season.
Wow, I didn't realize the first one was going to be so difficult.
Juicy.
I can see a bounce back. I mean, they got rid of all his weapons, but now this year, they bring in weapons. They should have a better defense. I can't say MVP form. I'll say year 2 Gruden. He's going to be better. I think he bounces back to be their quarterback. Maybe Gruden starts to fall in love with him. But MVP, I'll say no. Jesus, there's a little part of me that wants to say yes.
Yeah. Not as far-fetched as people might think.
No, because I don't think Derek Carr forgot how to play football. I just think the team around him was bad. There's also the question about him regarding the toughness angle.
And obviously he has Antonio Brown now in an offensive line that's a lot better than last year.
And Josh Jacobs, a running back out of Bama. Yeah, I mean, there's... Next question that I want to think about it more and I can't.
Yeah.
Next.
Second bold take. The Green Bay Packers win 11 games to sit atop the NFC North.
Agree. I was bullish on them after their offseason, after their draft. I think Rodgers comes back motivated. I think you're going to see a revenge tour of sorts. And certainly LaFleur, they'll have a different level of game plan, a different voice. I think the defense will be rejuvenated. Yeah, Mike, I think the Pack are going to win this division. I really, really do. So I will agree with it fully. Why stop at 11? Let's win 12.
Forward down the field.
Bold take number 3. Baker Mayfield becomes an MVP candidate while taking the North, AFC North.
All right, David's upset here, and I'll allow him to object momentarily. There is a possibility that the Browns go sideways. You do put that many personalities in one room, and he still, remember, even though he was very, very good, he's still only a second-year guy. He's a young guy. When you come back to the huddle, and you got Jarvis barking at you, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open. And you got Odell coming back, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open. And you got other guys bitching they're not getting the ball, it could go sideways. I don't know that it will, though. I think the Browns can get to 10. I think 10 can win that division because Baltimore's good. Pittsburgh is good. I will say no to the MVP part. Yes, they can win the North. No! So in total, I have to say no to that question. I will say no. David, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. How do you pick the Lions? How are the Lions going to win this game? The Steelers, they're so hot.
And speaking of the Steelers, how about this next take will even perhaps anger David even more. But number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers will finish 3rd in the AFC North.
I disagree. I think the Steelers are going to go on a it's a lot like the Packers. If I had to pick one in the NFC, it'd be the Pack. One in the AFC, it'd be the Steelers. I think there's going to be a bit of a revenge tour, a refocused. I think Roethlisberger wants to prove people wrong. I think that locker room wants to prove that they, not Antonio Brown, are the reason that team is good. I like their offseason. I like their draft. Yeah, I really believe they are going to... If they don't win it, they'll finish second to the Browns. I'm putting them ahead of Baltimore, though.
We might lose to the Browns! All right, bold take number 5. This one's for you. Daniel Jones starts at least 7 games for the Giants this season. Bold take or not?
It's not a bold take, and I agree with it because if you look at the Giants' last 2 years, they've started 1-6 and 1-6. If you look at their schedule this year, I don't have it committed to memory, but I don't see any way they're better than 2 wins through 8 games, 7 games. And at that point, you have to play the young guy. You can't keep trotting Eli Manning out there. Yeah, I think Daniel Jones is going to play more than 7 games. Absolutely.
On to number 6. The NFC West is the most exciting division in football.
NFC West. I will say no. I would say it'd be the AFC West. You get the Chargers, you get the Chiefs. Raiders now have AB. No, I would say no to that. I mean, look, the West, I don't mind. You get Russ. You get Jimmy G. Rams, that's fine. I'm not overly excited about it, though. Then again, you do have to factor Kyler Murray. You know what? Maybe I've talked myself into this. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with it. Because you're right. The Broncos are a bit of a dud. And Arizona might be a dud, but if they're on TV and Kyler's playing, I'll watch.
Yep.
All right, I talked myself into it.
Just like you did with the first one.
Yes.
Finito.
Number 7. Another quarterback one. Andy Dalton enjoys the best year of his career.
No. That's ridiculous. Andy Dalton sucks. And they didn't give him an extension for a reason. Totally ridiculous. No way.
All right, number 8.
Sorry, I just don't have a lot to add on that.
Sean McDermott earns Coach of the Year honors. Bold take or not?
No, you know what? That's an incredibly bold take, and I disagree with it. I think if you're at this point in the season and you're picking a Coach of the Year, I think you're just grasping. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to get to that point to talk about Coach of the Year with any level of conviction until sometime in late September. So I'll say it's incredibly bold, but no.
It's for the Bills, too, you know? Can he really get there?
No, I mean, look, I think the Bills have some upside. If Josh Allen takes a step forward,
yeah,
he had that touch of Cam Newton, game changer with his legs. If he could just improve his accuracy by, 3% completion percentage, there's a shot there. That defense is good, Mike, but no, I can't go to a Coach of the Year stuff now. No.
Double box.
Speaking of defense, all right, this is the 9th out of 9 bold take. The Los Angeles Chargers field the best defense in the NFL.
I'm inclined to say yes. I thought Baltimore got gutted. And San Diego, Los Angeles, at points last year, certainly not in the New England game, had that type of defense. And I love one thing they did. They drafted the perfect player for them in the first round in Notre Dame's Jerry Tillery. That interior pressure tackle. It's the one thing they didn't have. They have the outside guys with Ingram, Bosa. They have the secondary playmakers and guys like Derwin James. They got that one niche, explosive player in the one position they needed it. I'll buy that. It's bold, but I dig it.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, especially, Chicago and Dallas, they get all the hype right now for defense.
And we got to calm down with Chicago. I mean, truthfully, it's like when we talk about a team like Jacksonville going out 2 years ago, 7 or 8 defensive touchdowns. They were always going to regress to the mean. The Bears last year scored a ton of TDs, got a bunch of huge plays. They'll regress a little bit. They'll still be really good. But I think being the best team on defense, you kind of do it 1 year and then you regress. It's damn near impossible to do it a couple years in a row.